back to the FTS. We are here at Carbondale for race 16 of the season. Take a quick look down qualifying. And back up qualifying we go. Time for a hell of a race here. As going short track racing with Fishbone on pole. Pace truck off. Everybody accounted for. Rounding out turn 3. Ready to take the green flag to kick off the Toyota 200. The puff on the inside lane. Not a good start for the 25. As he is going the wrong way. Star on the 62 on the attack, trying to take the lead early. Several drivers inside the top 5 looking for their time to shine. Fred Jones in the top 10 there. Look at all this movement throughout the pack. Everybody wants to make it near the front. As come down the front stretch. Oh! A little bit of contact. That looked like the 7. Captain Falcon and Princess Lexa may have gotten into it. Window liquor hard into the wall back there. The drivers in the back, they're still racing aggressive too. Is J Money slow as well? A lot of playoff stuff going on early on. See Razor there. Inside pass on the 15, who is now driven by Ado. She'll be taking over driving duties for the last 6 races of the season. But so far, everything is smoothing out. Star second, Bunger third, Samus Aaron fourth. Top 5 run for the Puff, and one driver who needs a good run today, Butterpants. He's already in a big hole and needs to try to find a way out in the best way possible. Problem with 91 is just getting him on the high side, as he's going to drop that spot as well. That's what he's trying to hold on to. Fred Jones out there. Pretty tough. Tough sled when you're trying your best to hang on to what you got. Star keeping pace with the 20. The 62, it's really important to get this race good, as we see the 7 came in for repairs. And he's now pulling back out on the racetrack. A little bedsheet, decent run. Right in front of the traffic. You're going to be 2 laps down. That's Iris. I think the other driver, the 2, Princess Lexa, still hang in there. As I'm not sure where one more driver involved in something would be the 38 of Window Liquor. He's still on the lead lap, hanging on to it. Darkest Presence moving up to 3rd now. He's got himself a strong truck. He has been probably one of the best this season. Fell down to 2nd place in regular season points right at the end there. But this 4 team, they've executed pretty much all season so far. They're probably looking to execute anyone who stands in their way. The 91 turning on the Jets. Knowing he's got a safe passage into the round of 8. Nothing to really worry about. Morshoe and Billy Mays, both of them not exactly fine on points. And with Fred Jones being under, that's somebody they have to keep in mind, as the 56 of Rice Shower racing behind them. This pack right here is important for them to get good finishes, so we'll see what comes out of this. Rice Shower on the outside, making a solid move around. Not wasting any time at all. Meanwhile, near the front, Star kind of in second place right now, but is trying to defend, running that higher line just to get more speed to try to cover the 4 off, but Darkest Presence is running really good right now. I don't think you stop the 4 team. Only a matter of time before he gets around. Your eyes here, but Star holds on to it for now, making the best of a situation. Meanwhile, back here, Fred Jones is starting to be ahead of this group. That's Peter Griffin behind the 19. Morshoe doing a solid job as the caution is out. First caution of the day. It looks like Grug, Michael Rosen, and Window Licker all got into it with each other, so I'm blaming one of these 3. No, 38 didn't even have part of it. Grug just got into the corner too deep, and that just hooks Michael Rosen, who slams the wall, and Grug spins it around. That's what causes the caution. Haru makes it through. Window Licker slowing down for this one. The 38 gets lined up for the caution. We have a track position dispute here between Butterpants and Rice Shower. They get that sorted out eventually. The 76 owns the position, so they will get it lined up now. So that is the dispute right there. Willie Stroker coming down pit road. They should be ready to go here, as they're actually coming down pit road now. Captain Falcon stays out. He's a lap down, but everyone in. Every single truck on track is in. Now, this pit road is a bit treacherous here. Wolf Van Halen first off, then Fishbone. What makes this pit road a bit of a sour spot is how short the track is. It could lead to drivers going a lap down in the proceedings here. Iris gets out not too long. The problem is if you're... Oh, we just saw a DNF there. I believe that was the Princess Lexa. As now we get to see the pit lane exit here. Who's going to make it? Who's going to make it? Haru, Derek Baum. And that locks out the drivers that didn't make it off pit road. I believe everybody pitted here. As we'll see where Derek Baum has scored. Let's take an update on the 2 of Lexa here. I believe it... Not sure if it was damage from anything. Just disappointing end of a Tuesday. The Peter Griffin, Princess Lexa out for mechanical. We'll see a couple other lap down cars. 37 on the lead lap, back to Derek Baum. I think that's Michael Rosen back on pit road, and we are green once again. Captain Falcon trying to run the race he wants to. As the 91 leads. Drivers behind her. Oh, that's Willie Stroker, who is one of the lap cars in the mess. Kind of holding up some drivers down low. That's going to let Butterpants and Billy Mays have a really good run through here. And even the 28 of Tub Schittler making the best of it on the high side. And right there, that's Fred Jones. That's everybody in that except the 6 is a playoff driver. Kind of being held up there down the bottom. Rice Shower loves this. Oh, contact between Queso and Morshoe. This is a powder keg that is just waiting to go off right now, as they are 3 wide a lot there. Rice Shower trying to get out of it. Willie Stroker got put up a lane, but the puff is still there. Macaroni behind. Squargly throwing it down the inside. A little bit of contact with the puff. Now Macaroni has to try to put him top of 3. The 52 of Razor pulling up to the function here. The puff is starting to lose some spots. But he gets past the 77. That's where Macaroni's stuck. Beach Brutus is here, but he might get stuck behind some traffic as well. Oh, Razor gets turned by Iris. And a big chunk of drivers in the wall. Oh, they're wrecking. More wrecking. Window Licker's in it. That's Bobaham. Sneak Snort in the 10. Macaroni's involved. Let's rewind it here. Right here, the 52 of Razor really thought he had it passed, but Iris did not give up. I think 3 wide going through here, and Razor was just a little bit higher. That's what causes that all to happen. They hit the outside wall. The 81 of Ballsack loses control and hits Hampter. There's more trouble with Dirtman 5 and Sneak Snart. Bobaham, Window Licker both get involved. That's Macaroni pulling away from the crash. Iris and Razor are both destroyed. As we see some split strategy here. Wolf Van Halen, Samus, Fishbone coming in. A lot of drivers coming in. I think, actually, the lead lappers all come in. Again. Star trying to jump him on pit road. Actually, this time a 91 doesn't have a good stop. That's going to be Fishbone, Samus, then Star. Wolf Van Halen gets out in front of Rice Shower. Tubb, Schittler, Squargly, the Puff, Billy Mays. Grok is having a good race. Richula, Beach Brutus pulling up. Oh, Hampter and Starwalker getting a little close. As drivers coming off pit road. Some of them may have something to work with. Maybe not. Little bed sheets there. Mac. Ballsack and Dirtman 5. Dirtman 5 had a bit of an accident there, but he's still going. Captain Falcon won't be on the lead lap as... Alright. Bunger or Fred Jones lead since they didn't pit. 33 drivers on the lead lap here. See the lappers, they're trying to get back up to the restart. But they don't pull up all the way in time. Going to let Fred Jones and Bunger go for the lead here. Rice Shower up to 7th. Squargly with a really good run. It really could be anyone's race here. You could reasonably not count anyone out. Seeing who we got in the top 10 there. That's Tubb Schittler, the 28. The Puff trying to get past him. Believe he will. Rice Shower, really good runs. The 56 is showing off why that this team deserves Rookie of the Year. That they've already locked up. Star in 5th. It's really difficult for the 62 team to try to get past some of these drivers. Fishbone and Samus in the top 5 as well. Fred Jones pulling away from Bunger. That 86 could move the playoff needle. So the 62 just doing the best she can right now. 3 wide, Billy Mays. Looking out for this one. Even then, Grok is not that far from the top 10. And further back, there's more drivers. Beach Brutus there, Butterpants, J Money, Morshu, all playoff drivers, kind of midfield right now. And we see battles for the top 20. Hampter on the low side. Purple bottom. Darkest Presence having to deal with both Billy Mays and Ado. So the 4 not exactly in the best position. And further back, Noah K. Queso. A little bedsheet trying his best, but bless his heart, I guess. Mac Aroni's 90. Shit, whatever, 75. But the point is, he had a wreck and he's not the same driver he was. Haru still in the lead lap. Grug still in the lead lap. Window Licker still in the lead lap. But right now, all eyes on the 42. A very powerful run by this team. That's the thing about the 42 team. They've had such good runs, but have never been able to really capitalize on like consistent good finishes. They've had some good finishes, believe me. A couple top 10s. Okay, maybe not relatively good finishes. They've been running top 5. They just never finished top 5. So that's what the 42 team needs. As Squargly's taking the top 10 spot from Schittler back there. And Schittler is trying to hold off Richula. Plenty of new drivers. Potential top 10 runs that they want to have. Billy Mays trying to save his season here. As Wolf Van Halen is aggressively racing Star. Not sure what he has to lose with this, but the puff is there. And to double back on that 19, it feels weird saying he needs to save his season, but these playoffs are tough, and that gap is not that big, especially with how many other drivers are ahead of him. And with who's leading, the 19 could be in more trouble than he thinks. Bunger has been holding second, but so far it's just been Fred Jones's race all race long. Still a little ways away from the liquor of windows as we take a look at some of the positions we find our drivers in. How many lead lap, how many still on track. Yeah, catch up with our DNFs. Falcon got one of his 2 laps back. Michael Rosen's a mere 4 down. Bobaham, Sneak Snart, Iris, Stroker, Razor, Lexa, and Peter Griffin all out of the race. So 33 on the lead lap. Not for long, though, as is Fred Jones' domination. Star hanging on the high side, just really attempting to get a pass going on the 20. Star has been battling Fishbone a lot today. And I understand that Fishbone is doing a lot more defensive driving. But the 62 has been struggling. Not just this race, but realistically, her entire career has just been setback after setback. But just being in the allure of being in the playoffs is very tempting. You want to fancy yourself as a contender. You want to go for it all. That's what this 62 team is all about. Back to battling just outside the top 10. That's Tubb, Schittler, Richula, and Grok. They're all there. I think it's got a lot of playoff drivers just kind of floating here. Morshu, J Money needs a good run. Beach Brutus doesn't really need a good run. And Darkest Presence is entering this battle here. So all of these drivers definitely going to be losing ground to those in the top 10 and especially top 5. Tubbs gotten back in the top 10, but losing ground to those in front of him. And Star is trying to make either lane work. She can't get the top side working, lose a spot of a 91. But if she can't work the bottom and gets passed by the 56 up top, what do you do? A feeling of controllable hopelessness kind of surrounding this team. As Wolf Van Halen is making a pass on Fishbone and makes it look easy. Michael Rosen still where he is. And Samus and Bunger have been going at it for second place for a while now. The issue is that Fred Jones is just so much further ahead the road, coming up on both Window Liquor and Haru to pass. The 90 has been, I wouldn't say disappointing this season, but it really feels like he should have had more outstanding runs, especially in times when the pack wants to self-destruct itself. The 42 definitely trying to go for the lead here up top, but nothing to really work with. It might come for the 42. Samus up to second. Great job by this team to clear. And now they have to go chase down. That's nearly 3 seconds back to Fred Jones. And right here you can see that Fred's journey has got to do a little bit of passing of his own. But remember, the 86 and the 90 didn't pit, and that was a long green flag run, which is only going to get longer with time. So take your pick on what's going to happen. Do you think that the 42 is in the best position because those two that didn't pit are going to have to pit eventually? On the other hand, those green flag runs before those caution pit stops were pretty short runs. So you wouldn't count on that being too much of a determining factor. So realistically, I think Fred Jones has the odds to really make it happen. Let's take a look at the gap back to the 42 here. Not making up much ground. Wolf Van Halen's cleared out for fourth. Even got past Rosen to do it. And right now it looks like almost the entire top 10 are all single file. Reischauer holding off Billy Mays. And even Tub Schittler wants to join the fight here. Tub, who is 5 races late to the start of the season, is still, I wouldn't say impressing, but is holding his own. Butterpants in 11th place, just frustratingly not on mark here. And further back, it goes all the way back to what I believe is Derek Baum in 22nd. A lot of this pack has kind of slowed up. That's let that 15 and 33 catch up. Doesn't help the fact that there are two paint schemes that look nearly identical right next to each other. You know, maybe it's the way the numbers are leaned that can really let you tell the difference. Squargly is definitely wanting a top 15 run here. He has had a sleeper good season, doesn't want it to go to waste. Meanwhile, Haru's been lapped, and it looks like Macaroni is next on the shopping block in 31st place, with Noah K not that far behind, and maybe a couple other trucks have all found each other back there. Let's look at them. Yeah, Macaroni has his own clique too here. All these drivers near the back that are on the lead lap trying not to go a lap down. And Mac is trying to make those spots up, you know, just personal pride, I guess. So right now it goes back to Noah K. Not that far from Fred Jones, as you see the slower trucks here getting passed by the others here. That's Samus and the 42 going around. The 1. The 91 here. That's where he's going. He's looking for a pass up high, but we'll have to see, because Haru is actually giving Bunger a run for his money somehow for now. Well, not anymore. The problem is you want to run your line, but when you get stuck behind that truck, it becomes frustrating. Oh, Bunger's coming into pit. That's what we talked about earlier. The 90 down pit road. And if they catch the wrong side of the caution, that's going to be devastating for Fred Jones, since I think he's next. I think that's exactly what the 86 is doing. The 86 is pulling into pit. The 42 has taken the lead of this race for now. And that's Bunger. He is going to be losing at least one lap from this. That's the thing. You watch them all go by when you're on pit road. It is a agonizing journey down pit lane. We got clear track ahead of you and all around you, so go out and get them. Right now, pretty good run by all these drivers. J-Money recovering pretty nicely. It seems like he qualified poorly, but he's back on the map. And right there, that's the 86 of Fred Jones exiting his pits. And now Fred Jones just has to hope the cycle starts for all these drivers and see what he can do with it. Star is having more struggles now, falling into the clutches of the Puff and now Billy Mays. Reischauer is as well, as they have to navigate the slower trucks in order to make up these positions. Billy Mays is doing a great job up high. He's making those passes happen. The problem is the 1 is slow down low, and you can't really go faster than that of a roadblock. So the ultimate humiliation of a 38 actually racing the 1 and making a pass for position. These drivers aren't a fan of that. Can't imagine why. Samus has pulled out to a 2-second lead on Wolf Van Halen. That just coming down quickly. And the Puff must be getting so frustrated with the 1 team right now. Morshu and J-Money both grab the outside wall. Oh, Haru checks up in the inside. As we see some pitters taking their stops. The Puff he's screaming in that truck. The 42 is still leading. As now a green flag pit cycle could mean the difference between victory and defeat. The top few stay out. Billy Mays is still there. The 18 takes it in. And a lot of drivers are really kind of partitioning their stops, kind of like not taking them all at once. I think that's a good thing. You don't want a massive logjam on pit road. Samus comes in, Wolf stays out. Third place driver Billy Mays making a stop. Star stays out. Reischauer in. The Puff in. He's 3 wide racing here. I think Fishbone may have already made a stop, and he is trying to race these drivers, but they need the inside line to come in, so they can't be too racy with our leaders here. Star comes in. That's Squargly, Richula, Ado, Grog. Drivers who are in. The 91 is doing something interesting here, but he's coming in as well. I think that leaves the 45 of Hampter on track. Hampter comes in. And now that leaves Grug as the driver who stays out. Grug is not going to lead that lap because of how much time he's losing on track, but nominally speaking, the 13 truck is the leader right now. The problem is he finds it so difficult to make his way down the track that he can't come in. Another driver making a pit stop right now, that is the 7 of Captain Falcon. Derek Baum wants to stay on the lead lap, and also Grug is desperately trying to get down to pit road, but he's racing the 13 like his life depends on it. Grug needs to use any of his 2 actual brain cells to get his ass onto pit road and make a stop because he's the leader. Nominally speaking, the 42 of Samus Aran would be in the lead once the 13 pits. Right now, Grug does have a gap, and he holds up Beach Brutus a little bit, but Grug is in. Grug make pit stop. And that's going to unlap a lot of drivers. As they all want to be on the lead lap here. The 13 gets to the line one more time. New leader, Samus. Right there, Fred Jones in second. Samus now having to deal with more lap traffic and a potential run to the end of this race. That's Noah K in the number 9 that Samus is dealing with. Third place, Wolf Van Halen, not that far down the road. It's going to be an aggressive battle for the lead here. We're closing in. This is lap 70 of 84. Side by side with the 9 being in the way. I think Fred Jones might have the truck to win the race with. That's the thing. Samus really wanted to make that pass, but just no dice. Fred Jones making it for the playoffs. There's been 91 back there as well. This could be a 3-truck battle for the race, all things considered. Fourth place all the way back to Fishbone in the 20. Long ways back. But right now, what has the 42 done for you lately? Oh, very close racing there. Almost got in the back of him. 30 trucks in lead lap back to Noah K. That is Ballsack up ahead in the 81. And then both Grok and Grug have stayed on the lead lap even after their stops. Noah K is not playing favorites right now. He is holding up everyone equally. He held up Fred Jones a lot, but problem is Samus needs to get past the 9 quickly. And another driver, the 81, that's Ballsack right in the mix here. All 3 lead trucks are just all over it, trying everything they can to get this shit done. Back on board the 42. This is what it means to win a race here. As the laps wind down, I think the 42 might not have what that 86 does. And that is just so frustrating, knowing how close you are to something like this, just for it to just be just so out of reach. Fred Jones dispatching the 81 of Ballsack pretty easily here. That's what the 42 has to do now. Battle for position, that's Grok and Grug. The 13 getting some laps led on the day. Solid run. Meanwhile, the 91 is also struggling with the 9. So I think what these teams employed there to get their drivers to the front, that worked for the 86. And Ballsack trying to be as annoying as possible. Remember, he's still racing the 9. That's his battle. But on the outside of turn 3, it really just slows down. That's what gets to 91 here as well. As this could be for second place here. Right now, the leader coming up on a bit more lap traffic. That's Haru in the 1 truck, not too far ahead of this group. Purple Bottom and Rats Tyrell still in the lead lap. The issue with the 42 is just trying to defend more than attack. And that, not sure what you got to do to get the best track position on the day. Fred Jones around the outside there. 5 to go. Does the 86 have what it takes? There's Haru in the 1. Down low. Just has to work the lap traffic to a T here. That is all you need. Grug, don't want to go 3 wide on him. Not there, but here. Grok's fighting back on the inside. 4 to go. 42, 91 are back there, but Fred Jones is still running. Getting to the inside of Haru is going to be important here. Three. And plenty of lap traffic that Fred Jones has officially got past. Samus going for it all, but just running out of time. A 91 right there, trying to pounce for second. Can't seem to do it. 2 to go. Last 2 trucks on the lead lap fighting for their spot. Fred Jones just making it, trying to run away as much as he can, but he's got room to breathe. White flag in the air. One more time around. Came into this race below the cut line. And looking at what he needed to do, he checked off every box in the book. Going through turn 3. Fred Jones is moved on to the round of 8 with a win today. Second place for Samus. Wolf Van Halen third. Plenty of drivers getting their good finishes in here. The 86. He's done it. Moving on. I think they all got themselves finished up. Rats Tyrell stay on the lead lap. And Fred Jones moving on. Taking a look at the final results of the race here. Stringing along. That is all for today. We will see you next time. Take care.